in shadows, hiding away. A hero awaits to emerge into day. His legacy lives in his son by his side. They're chasing a truth that can no longer hide. Captain Thunder and Blue Bolt, this is where the storm begins. Fighting unfairness and clearing his name. Lightning strikes and justice wins.
On a catwalk, Teresa struts her stuff, but the fame and attention just isn't enough. When the darkness descends, turning day to night, she takes to the skies with a blinding light. She's a sight to behold, sexy and powerful, brazen and bold. She's turning up for the fight, rooting out evil and shining so bright. Electric bolts from a stormy sky, leather wings of a dragon's flight. A psychic sword cuts through the night, a fiery heart standing ready to fight. Southern nights, they rise and soar, God in the south, yeah, they're ready to roar. From the shadows to the shining lights, that will protect you day and night. Southern nights.
In the shadow of the city, she listens deep. Every whisper, every murmur, every secret we keep. Her ears catch the echoes of a world in despair. Murcielaga, she bad, she's always aware. Clarence streams in stables cold and gray. Shadow stands while horses softly neigh. He tells the creatures in the barn each night that one day he'll wear armor shining bright. From dawn to dusk he works with honest hand, feeding mares and working on the land. But he has his heart set on the table round, to join the knights who bravely serve the crown. With a sword and shield he'll join the fight, prove his worth before it's Christmas night. He'll show them all as he sets out on his quest, a gift to himself, a night before Christmas. With a sword and shield he'll join the fight, prove his worth before it's Christmas night. He'll show them all as he sets out on his quest, a gift to himself, a night before Christmas. But chivalry demands self-sacrifice, and when folks need help, this boy does not think twice. He meets the need, though it costs him his dream. But maybe things are more than they seem. With a sword and shield he'll join the fight, prove his worth before it's Christmas night. He'll show them all as he sets out on his quest, a gift to himself, a night before Christmas.
There's a shop on the corner with a sign that glows. Step inside if you dare, where the oddness flows. Ancient whispers echo through the dusty air. Shelves of fallen deities, all beyond repair. Gods and services, musical merchandise. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Zeus in the bargain bin, thunder on the cheap. Hades sells for half off while his minions creep. Aphrodite's beauty faded over time. Now she runs the counter in this celestial five and dime. Gods and services, mystical merchandise. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Zeus is in the bargain bin, thunder on the cheap. Hades sells for half off while his minions creep. Aphrodite's beauty faded over time. Now she runs the counter in this celestial five and dime. Gods and services, mystical merchandise. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice. Gods and services, wanna roll the dice.
The chosen one.
What's up, meatbags? It is the often imitated, never duplicated Frog, motherfucking Tony. I know you were holding out, you were anticipating, you were waiting. You were like, is he going to say it? What's he going to say? Which version of the intro will he do? There you go, guys. Just for you. Gave you the short version. And I'm excited. I know you're excited because we got a lot of good comic books to talk about. We got a lot of things to nerd out about, but we also got Transylvania Jack with us. What's up, TJ? How you doing?
Shout out. Let's get the show on the road.
We can, but first we got to let in Altoy Fanboy. What's up, Altoy? How you doing?
Woohoo! You having a good day watching sports ball. Woohoo!
Sports ball, go sports. And of course, we wouldn't have a Sunday show without the, what's the word I'm looking for here? The angel investor, if you will, the man, the money man, the guy who provides all the finances, millionaire George himself. What's up, George? Peter Gatsitz.
Yeah, feeling good, Lewis. Just waiting for the hog report to come in so I can make a bank on the stock market. Yep.
The NFL is rigged and or gay, says John.
That
I don't watch sports.
Is that wrong?
I have to take your word for it. But man, like I said, we got a lot of things to talk about. We got some campaigns to shill. We got some nerding out to do. But before we get into all that, TJ, how you been doing? I know it's been like a day since I talked to you, but how you been, buddy?
well, in general, I decided to replay Metal Gear Revengeance. The one where you're playing as Jack. That's the funny part. Everybody refers to him as Jack, and I'm like, hold on, I just remember myself every time they say that. Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack, Nano Machine, son. All the memes came back to me, and the music. God damn, that game isn't just a game; it's an experience. Okay.
I've never played. Never played it. I think the only Metal Gear game I've ever played is the original Metal Gear. Not even Metal Gear 7.
Oh, you're missing
original
out.
OG NES Metal Gear with the cigarettes and everything. So, Toy, how you been? Once again, it's been like a day since I talked to you.
I know, like almost 24 hours. My God. No, I'm doing good. Not much is happening. I guess I watching football today, but it's just not like it used to be. Like the gambling kind of ruined it, and all the fantasy sports crap. It's just, I don't know, not quite the same.
I was waiting for you to say all the black people ruined it. Like, man, I remember when sports was good and it was nothing but white athletes on the field, and then they went DEI with the NFL, and it's never been the same.
Well, I didn't want to come around and say it,
Got woke.
Got woke.
George, how you doing, George? Mr. The only Canadian on the panel.
Feeling good. I'm getting reacquainted with Zelda Ocarina of Time. Haven't played it since the mid-90s. And it's quite an adventure to play the challenges and the puzzles and explore the 3D world again.
I've never played Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
the last Zelda I played was Link to the Past. So, yeah,
no, this game took 6 months of my life back in the mid '90s. It was a game of love. It was an experience, and now
a game of love.
Now I play it on the Switch too.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's funny, George. Both you and TJ come here on Sunday to tell me about video games. Yesterday, no one's got any video game related anecdotes to tell at the beginning of the show.
Well, you don't send me a link for the video game portion, so I might as well catch up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk about comics during the drama.
Yeah.
You're all confused, George. I have been feeling good because I like going on Twitter every once in a while, peeking my head up, seeing what's going on, and I got a notification the other day, and I'll just show it. I just show the it's not drama related, so don't worry, guys. Don't worry, it's not drama. It's better than drama. So Ink Cowboy made this lovely. It says piece of fan art. It says Frogman fan art. A little rough because of corrections, but I think it's fun anyway. I figured out a few techniques here that will probably help me next time. So look at that. You got Frogman. He says frog around and find out. TJ, we got to steal that. It's a.
He's catching street.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I think this all started because I put the iSong thing right next to Donkey Kong, and then he did the same thing.
I got to pull a George now. I'm going to pull a George. All right, we'll see. Although I do love this fan art, it's technically not canon accurate because Frogman does not have powerful arms. He has normal strength in his hands, in his arms. His legs are super powerful, but his hands are just like a normal guy. So he wouldn't be able to punch the street like that. Also, his bulge way too small, right? It's got to be at least 3 or 4 times as big.
So what it is he doesn't have webbed hands.
2 or 3 zucchinis.
You need that Finbar bulge.
Yeah, you gotta have that. Well, because when he turns into Frogman, he stuffs his civilian clothes because he's not like Spider-Man. He doesn't got webs. He can't web up his costume, and he can't just leave his clothes on the floor, right? So he puts them inside his costume, and so it makes it look like there's a huge bulge in his shorts. That's a good catchphrase. I know. No.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, will there be a digital version of Fabulous Frogman for purchase if I don't want the physical copy? I keep going back and forth over this. I do think that we should have a digital copy, and I think that's, smart to have. But then at the same time, I was like, oh man, it's kind of, it's just going to get passed around anyway. I'm leaning towards yes, and it's probably, but I'm going to make sure that the physicals, the first person to, post, hey, I've gotten the physical. Once the physical arrives in someone's hand, then we'll go ahead and like wait a day and release the digital if we do a digital.
Why don't you just have the digital be a watered down version of the physical book?
No.
See, that's something I would do, but I don't think Tony would like that.
Yeah, if we're going to sell you a digital, you're going to get everything. If anything, I think the digital is going to actually have more. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? And because printing costs money, okay? And we don't have a lot of people. I don't want to give this away because it's like, I think it's a pretty clever idea. So just know that if you get the digital, you're going to get something extra that's not in the physical, right? But you might not want it. So I just say it like that. It's gonna be an experience. It's gonna be a unique experience if we do a digital, right? Because I have an idea, I have a couple ideas in mind. Okay.
What are you doing? You're splitting your audience then. Your audience.
I'm not splitting my audience.
Your audience that buys the physical get one version, and then they have to buy the digital to be a completist.
No. Don't worry. You will not need to get the digital to be a completist. I'm telling you, there will be because the digital is going to be cheaper than the physical, right? This is the plan, but there's going to be fuck it, I'll just spoil it, okay? The idea is that in the digital, we will insert actual advertisements into the digital comic, okay? And so where in the physical, you would just get the comic and the stories and no advertisements. In the digital, we're going to reach out to other CG creators, and the plan would be to insert ads for their comics into the digital. So you'll be reading the Frogman and maybe you get to page 10, you flip the page and hey, there's an ad for, George's comic, or maybe there's an ad for Frederick's comic or something, right? So that would be what would be in the digital. Because again, I don't have to worry about media mail digitally right now. The government's got to knock on my door and go, hey, you got to pay us extra money for delivering this through regular email and not media email, right? So I think we could do fun things like that where we add little extra stuff into the digital. When I say extra, I mean promotional things for other people within the CG space, right?
Come on, man. You're not going to have a hostess ads?
I didn't say, if we have some hostesses here in the CG space, they're free to contact me and we'll get their ads put up there, I'll advertise your OnlyFans, whatever. If you're CG, if you got a CG OnlyFans discount, put in code chosen one, and you get $5 off your first month on the OnlyFans. Hey, we'll put it in there. Don't worry.
Beautiful.
I think George meant ding dongs and ho hos.
No, I meant what Tony said. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Unique experience. George's.
Hell yeah.
Now we're gonna shave all that blue fur off of him. Or Pitt, yeah. I'm saying like it all depends, right? When we're putting it out, who we contact. I don't want to just like advertise stuff, and then people be like, "Hey, I didn't appreciate you advertising my comic in your comic," right? Like, I know how people get, right? So it's a touchy subject. So I'll make sure beforehand.
Can we get Larry Higgins in on this?
I mean, we have to get Larry Higgins in on this. I don't know if you know this, but Larry's one of my biggest promoters. Have you seen Larry promote us?
Yeah, he uses.
Okay, so here's the shop, by the way. frog-tony-shop.fourthwall.com.
See?
It's our biggest fan.
It's all about the love.
Yeah, I mean, he loves our character. He loves Nail Bunny. He was pushing for a Nail Bunny comic already, and I was like, no, Larry, we gotta get the Awesome Amphibian Adventures all settled up before we do the Nail Bunny, right? Cosmic Vader says the Maniac is a given, right? Again, I have to reach out to Johnny to make sure. I don't want to just throw, like, if it was up to me,
now it's up in the air.
Yeah, I would put everybody's thing in the digital, like boom, like it'd be almost like a second package. We're advertising for everybody, but again, I don't want people to be upset. Be like, oh, I didn't appreciate it, right? I don't like you, Frog Tony. Why are you putting my stuff in your comic, right? I don't want to be associated with you. So advertise a bunch of fake items from the Frogverse. No, that's in the regular comic.
Yeah, there
in the
are
regular
fake
comic-
items, by the way. It's
Yeah,
like some
yeah.
stuff named after chapters, in fact, and some OGs in the community. So look out for that.
Yeah.
So
When it comes to awesome amphibian adventures, there's going to be fake ads like the fake hostess ads, not fake hostess, the regular hostess ads like in the old comics, right? So we have things planned, and they're going to tie in to the story. And I will say again, I've been saying this from the beginning, right? You're going to get a story from Frogman. You're going to get a one-page story of that was his name, the fake ad story, right? The hell's the other guy's name? The caveman. Fuck.
Gar.
Yeah. Why did I forget that? Why did I blank out on Gar's name? You get a one-page Gar story, and then you're going to get a 4-page Jersey Blue. Every single thing in that comic book is going to come together at some point and wrap up nicely. Even the fake ads. You're going to be reading fake ads, and then at one point you're going to go, wait a minute, this has blown my mind as the fake ads become more than fake ads. Okay. I'm very ambitious. This comic is highly ambitious. The things that we planned, the storyline, the way everything wraps up, the way everything comes together. I'm hoping that I get to 10 issues. Everything should come together by issue 4, so you see where everything's heading, right? But I already got 10 issues all set up. But enough about my future comic book. Let's talk about actual comic books. Comics that actually exist, guys. Yeah.
That's right.
Like Ominus Avenging Death. Have you heard that Ominus Avenging Death has went back on the market? You got 8 more days to go ahead and back Elliot. He's back up to 4,100. He was at 42.
Let's go.
There was some weirdness with Fund My Comics. He dropped it down to 36. He was able to get himself back up to 41. I don't know if Fund My Comics reached out to people and there was problems with credit cards or something. Because again, like I backed this really early, so I could see like if someone had lost their credit card and forgot that they had backed this, and then they tried to charge it, and then they're like, "Hey, we can't charge your credit card." And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's right, because I lost it. Now I got to give you my new credit card, right?" So there could have been a lot of situations where things had happened between when the campaign was first launched and when it got closed out, and so he's up to 41. 33. So, show Elliot some love. He's a real good guy. And the more comics you back, the more that Elliot's sister has to put in bags and boards, right? Because he's making her do it all.
Could people have died while they were waiting?
Could have. I mean, people die every day, George. Comics exist. I thought they were all delayed. No, not all of them.
Only Beatles.
Tutorial Slave says, how far along is the comic roughly, and will it blow Super Killer out of the water?
Yes.
It is roughly, I would say, about 80% done, right?
Yeah.
So, will it blow Super Killer out of the water?
Yes.
George says yes. I'm going to say it all depends on your taste, right? If you do not like an Archie style of art, then you're not going to like the comic, right? If you do not like Golden Age stories, you're not going to like the comic, right? We don't try to be anything that we're not. We're not trying to be some like 90s grim dark, edgy comic. We're not trying to be a woke 2025 comic, modern age stuff, right? We're just trying to be a fun comic book from the golden silver age, telling a simple story about a simple guy who just wants to be a superhero, and then hey, he gets to be one, and then things don't quite go the way he's planned, and shenanigans ensue, right? So like I said, hopefully everyone will like it. I like it. I like the story I'm telling, and as long as we get, I think 50 backers is what I said was or 50 comics sold, not even backers, but if we get like 50 comics sold, I will feel good about myself, and I'll be like, hey, we can continue, right? Because I think 50 should be a right there where we need to be as far as how much money I've spent on all this, right?
Yeah.
But enough about me, guys. Elliot's comic, Ominus. I don't know if you remember. This is a nice proof of concept. He also got those metal cards. I got mine. I got mine on the cheap.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I got that the last $5 metal card. But now on the $10, you get yourself a metal trading card. These are gonna be worth money. I mean, we got Ben based art department. He's making these cards. He's going to be making them for a lot more people in CG.
Our very own colorist too.
Yeah. So I can imagine at some point, you know, these are going to be like a whole set. You're going to be like, you got every metal trading card from all the campaigns, right? You want to get a complete set. So at the very least, if anything, $10, get yourself a metal trading card. And then while you're there, you might as well get the comic too, right? $10. So look at $20. You get a metal trading card and a comic. It's not a bad deal.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that with a stick. Nothing, George. Nothing to add. What?
I'm just thinking, could be a heavy metal offering.
Yeah.
Oh no, Yaki. What pop game? Why does that name sound so familiar? Matt Yaki.
Wasn't he Cecil's colorist? I think. Isn't he a colorist?
Was he?
I think Elliot brought him up at some point. Yeah.
I just feel like there's a movie or something where like someone mentions someone with the last name Yaki. It's like one of those like never explained things.
Isn't he a singer?
I think so. I think Matt Yaki's a singer, and they bring him up in some movie. You know who's not a singer? George.
Yeah, what's wrong with my voice? I've sang on Dark Gifts streams many times.
All right. George, I'm glad you're here because I really need your opinion on this next thing we're going to talk about, right? We've seen YouTubers make comic books and mangas, and we've seen, famous people make comic books. Keanu Reeves involved in Berserker and things like that. But I'm not sure how many times I've seen basketball players make comic books about their lives.
What?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Champion, a graphic novel. So it's a comic book graphic novel. And it's not like, hey, what if Kareem had superpowers? It's just like, hey, here's Kareem's story in a comic book form.
In a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Total missed opportunity too. Should have been him being a martial artist.
Yeah, the Bruce Lee stuff should
that
be
might
cool.
be in there. Yeah, I would say like the Bruce Lee thing might be there. But if you were gonna make a comic book out of like Wilt Chamberlain, right? Wilt the Stilt. That's a comic.
He had many babes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can do a lot with a Wilt Chamberlain comic. Kareem Abdul, not so much. And then look at this. Like there's so much. Look at all these words. This panel is like 90% word balloons.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's
this one too is like the word balloons just everywhere.
I mean, we published William Messer Loeb's autobiography, which he did it in a comic book form. But he never made it this dense. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not a sports guy, right? So you guys are gonna have to help me on this. But is there like really anything interesting about his life?
Yeah, he was in an airplane and he tried to beat up Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That's
what everyone knows him for.
That's it.
Says Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says, I've loved comics since I was a kid because they tapped into my teen angst about being an outsider because of my height and race.
That's such a silly statement. Said the guy who's one of many tall guys in the profession that he was in. Please.
Well, I think it's weird because if he was like my age, I would say yeah, because maybe he was reading comics in like the 90s where it was like edgier and angstier, right? But like he would have been reading comics in like the 60s, right? Like what?
60s, yeah.
Yeah, what other than the X-Men could he have read that was like really tapping into that like outsider teen angst,
Spider-Man.
I guess, but Spider-Man's like a white kid. He's not, he's a nerd. He's being like ostracized for his like brains, not because he's like a tall black kid. Like he's not different. He's
Still.
just a nerd. Like he's one of many nerds that exist. Whereas like,
Oh, okay. The 60s. So it was Black Panther, Giant Man.
yes, let's go bully the really tall jock kid.
We get our own asses kicked.
You know what I've always heard kids on the street say? Hey, why aren't there more comics about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? And all the time, every corner thug is asking that shit.
Wasn't Shang-Chi's half brother based on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? You know what I'm talking about?
Midnight? He might have
Yes.
been, but
there's a strong hint of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in that guy for some weird reason.
and then Shang-Chi lynches him and hangs him by the neck.
Damn.
That wasn't in the movie. I was surprised, with all the DEI and everything in Marvel and the MCU, Disney, right? How is it that the black character from Shang-Chi got erased?
Yeah.
Like it was right there. There's a character that exists in Marvel. He's his half brother. He knows karate. He's the antagonist, right? Like, boom, it's right there. And they go, nah, let's get
They
rid
want to
of
put
him.
it in Chinese theaters.
Yeah, but they already got shit because what's his name? Simi Liu isn't from Asia. He's Canadian.
True.
And the chick is like not Chinese. She's something else.
Oh, he's
Aquafina.
from Taiwan, isn't he?
No, he's Canadian.
Yeah, I know, but his background is Taiwanish.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like even if he was Chinese, like the Chinese from mainland China, they don't like the Chinese that are born outside of China.
They're not jiving with them. It gets worse because Simu Liu had spent his whole time shitting on China as well, as the movie was there. So, oof.
Yeah, that was silly.
Yeah. I asked him what was the extremely tall dude in Game of Death's name. Sam was like, "Hey, who's that really tall dude that fought Bruce Lee?"
Yeah.
Says, I hope Frogman has villains like The Wall and not melodramatic versions of a fanboy clone from the future. Though I think I want that too. But only if he's horribly out of place in the comic. No, we have like fun villains and stuff, right? We've mentioned some of them. Like the main villain in the first comic is going to be Nightmare, who is a 9 foot tall black horseman with old knight type armor and speaks in really broken old English, right? And so that's like the villain in the first comic. At the very end, there's another villain that pops up briefly, right? And then there's a setup for the next issue, obviously. And then we've already talked about what's his name? Pop King, right?
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be like our Condiment King, right? An old soda pop mascot that has guns that shoot cola, essentially. So,
What, the original formula?
no,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be because it's not Coke, right? Obviously, we can't use the real brand, so it's going to be an in-house brand. It's going to be like a Great Valleys cola, basically.
56K cola or 56 cola because it's named after
56 cola.
That's
Soda
one of
cola.
the-
Colt 45 cola?
No, 56K. Like 56K is the fan, so we made it 56 cola. So the logo is 56K. And then cola.
There you go. That's smart.
Right. Little shout outs to people that are in the community. Right. So, and then like that, and again, there's everything I do is done for narrative reasons, right? Like something that as silly as, oh, this guy in a soda mascot uniform will play into the bigger story because his arrest and everything is going to help exposit the bigger narrative about the world and how things work, right? Instead of me just dumping and going, hey guys, so this is what happens when supervillains get arrested, and here's this like superhuman prison and stuff like that, right? Instead, things will be told through the background, through newspaper clippings, through things that you hear off the TVs as they're walking by, right? Stuff like that. So background details will be very important into storytelling.
You know,
I like
superhero
visual
prisons,
storytelling.
You know, superhero prisons are really terrible. You know, they have no washroom facilities.
True.
We talked about this before. It's right in the corner, George. It's right in the corner.
Yeah, really. And what about the ones that are, you know, locked up with their hands and legs all shackled in the glass case?
Oh, those are
And
screws.
they just, yeah, those are screwed. They just fill
They're
it
my
up.
diapers.
And they just pull a quartering, and they just.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Kareem. He says Marvel did a great job of tapping into that youthful anxiety while providing the fantasy of using power to fight injustice. DC gave me more mystery and adventure, which I also appreciate. See, this is why I think Kareem's full of shit, right? I don't think I've ever heard anybody who's an actual comic book fan, right? Like if I said, hey, what comics did you read as kids? No one goes, well, you see, Marvel really intrigued me with their insightful stories into the human psyche, but DC was really good with its murder and mystery. Like everyone goes, oh, I love Batman, or I used to read Superman, or I like the Flash and Green Lantern, I like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, right? Like everyone names a very specific character that they read.
Yeah.
You know, when Nicolas Cage goes, I really fucking love Luke Cage comics, and I love fucking reading his thing, and that's why I took the name Cage, right? He doesn't go, I loved Marvel Comics, because that's why I call myself Nick Cage, right? So I think Kareem here is full of shit. It says, rather than name a favorite series, here's a vastly incomplete list of some of my current favorite comic writers. Tom King, Frank Miller, Mark Waid, Ed Brubaker, Chelsea Kane, Gail Simone, Brian K. Vaughan, Brian Michael Bendis. I could name another 20 and still feel like I left some out.
Yep. It's bullshit. Confirmed.
Yeah. There's no way. Yeah.
He just said
He
loved the books of the 60s, right?
From when he was a kid, you have to just extrapolate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he grew up as a kid, 60s, 50s, whatever, right? And he brings up the authors of today. Really?
Yeah. Recent ones.
Yeah. No, that's bullshit.
Right. What ad? There's an ad? There shouldn't be any ad because there's no ad. Yeah. Are you talking about the ad that's on the screen, or like there's an actual ad? Because YouTube shouldn't have it shouldn't be monetized. If you want an ad, I actually have an ad. Hold on. What's up, meatbags? Just here to remind you to like, subscribe, and comment on the video or stream. I don't know which one it is. This could pop up on either one. But I need you to do those things because it really helps the channel get into the algorithm, helps it. If you wanted an ad, I got you covered.
Look at that happy frog.
What else did Kareem says? Abdul-Jabbar says, the graphic novel can tell some stories better than other formats. I've written novels, screenplays, and nonfiction books, but this worked best for this story. I didn't want it to be as much about me as about my fictional character coming to some realization about his life. My character was just a catalyst. Ironically, it isn't the sports icon Kareem that opens his eyes, but the more personal Kareem. Okay, so this is a story about a kid who looks up to Kareem, and then Kareem meets him.
That his autobiography?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was a.
Which is even worse, right? This is like an even stupider thing. Like Kareem is so cool that this kid that I've invented for my comic book is now gonna have his life changed by how great I am. How self-aggrandizing is it? That's worse than writing a fucking biography comic, right? Just like, hey, I'm gonna make a fictional person that looks up to me and they just love me so much that I've inspired them and changed their life.
Yeah, this is a vanity press on a new level.
It's gonna sell a whole bunch, though. Everyone's gonna buy this shit.
Yeah,
they're gonna eat it up.
Especially if you can get it autographed.
Oh yeah, take that shit to the games.
Rich people.
You know who's one of my current favorite writers, George?
Who?
Frederick Gaumont. Look at this, guys. Ratel. He's only about $57 away from hitting that goal from being funded. Can we get him funded before he shows up on Ethan's stream? Right? That'll be the real test, guys. If you can get this funded, if someone can get me $57 for Frederick, right? That way, when Ethan brings him on the show, you go, "Oh shit, you're already funded. Who did that? Who beat me to that?" And then we could all go, "Oh, it was Tony. Tony helped Frederick behind your back." Nothing to say, George?
Thank you all so much.
Well, 50 as in $50,000?
No, 53. Just 57, like as in like 5-7.
Oh, okay. We're
Let's
talking
see.
tens.
For coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciate Frederick Gaumont. I'm just going to call him out tonight because, I don't know, I want to make everybody else jealous. And also, he's got a great name. Thanks for coming.
I do love that Frederick and Johnny are both on the Warlock list and not Vito.
Put on, everybody.
Frederick Guimont. Okay, that is actually a really cool scene. I really like that. That's cool.
What's that, Glenn Beck talking?
No, that's what's his name? Drink with Crazy, it sounds like. I can't really tell because the video's like 5p, 144p for some reason. There we go. It's a Drink with Crazy. I thought he was out of the comic business. I thought he was like doing other shit. Also, is this better than Dante's Inferno? A Drink with Crazy? Because that was the bar that you said for me.
Yeah. Damn. That looks really cool, Frederick.
Frederick, what are you working on right now, man?
It's upside down. Did you see that? I like that shot. It's real nice.
I like his hoverboard. Hoverboard, whatever.
Dang, look at that. She got some cannons. No. Guys, no music. What loud ass music. That would be a pretty cool power though. Like the higher Bitcoin goes, the stronger you get, right?
Yeah.
And then like you have to like your villain would be like a Lex Luthor, and he's like constantly trying to like tank the economy to screw you out of Bitcoin. You're like, no, I gotta like make sure that everyone's investing in Bitcoin. Like in the middle of your battle, you're like, you know, like it when Goku's like, everybody give me your power. Like he just like he like goes to the governments, to the world. He's like, hey, everybody buy Bitcoin now. I can't save the world until you buy Bitcoin. And he just starts getting stronger. You see like he's in the front holding his arms up, like what's his name? In that one meme, you know, the presidential meme, right? Bush, the Bush kid, right? And then like you just see like the numbers going up on Bitcoin. Oh my God, Bitcoin's over 9,000, and he's just like, get all powerful. Is that a real place, George? Do they really sell poutine and Riz?
Oh yeah,
poutine on the Ritz.
It's a way of life.
I've never had poutine. I hear it's disgusting. It's got like cheese curds or something and gravy.
It's just cheese curds with fries and gravy.
Mm-hmm. The villain is the blockchain blocker. Yeah. He's like, how dare you come after me, Ratel? Didn't you know that I've split the blockchain? And he's like, no, my powers. See, look, you can have a lot of fun with the Bitcoin. We're inventing a Bitcoin hero.
Let's fly back. Bitches and fixes. Money is out, but I prefer to play with James.
Looks badass, isn't it?
Ratel comic book crowdfund campaign. Yeah, look at that. There he goes. Like I said, about this campaign. In a dystopian Canada, Ratel fights against the oppressive system through technology and innovation As the gauntlet of controlled titans, can one man make a difference against a foe who has gamed the system? Ratel, French for honey badger, is a modern superhero tale set in the neon-lit streets of Montreal. Is it got to be available in 2 languages? I know,
It better be.
Could be available in French and English. Have you ever seen Canadian Bacon?
Yes,
George.
yes.
Where they drive through with the signs that say like "fuck Canada, Canada sucks," and they get pulled over. It's like, hey, in Montreal, the official languages are both English and French. And he makes them like spray paint in French on their signs.
Yeah, that was great. That was one of the best jokes.
His country is taking a frightening turn towards a tyrannical communist regime, and he aims to fight back the only way he knows how, through technological know-how. He has accumulated electronic cash in the form of Bitcoin with the intent to preserve his freedom from the banking arm of the government. Could you imagine if like DC did that with like Batman? Like Bruce Wayne is now invented like Wayne coin. He's got everybody in Gotham buying Wayne coins. He pushes the limits. No, but then everyone would know that he's Batman, so that's why he's got to go like Wayne coin.
Oh, that's true.
He's got to fight the Joker coin. Like all the supervillains have their own like.
That'd be crazy.
He pushes the limits a bit too far one day when the cops come rolling down his driveway to take him away. His quest for freedom leads him in the opposite direction of where he intended, getting put behind bars for many years. But his resourcefulness pays off, and upon his release from incarceration, he has learned new skills, and his Bitcoin stack is now worth a fortune. He will use his newfound wealth to exact change the only way he knows how. Like a modern Ronin, he operates alone and hones in on his target, the one who pulls the strings. He's fighting the Jews. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. To me, it's right in the banks.
Oy.
He's going after the tiny hats. What do you have, like a Bitcoin farm in his garage, and the police are coming after him? Oi, you got a license for that? You got a license for that Bitcoin farm? No, that's not Canada. That's Canadian sound, George. You're Canadian.
That was Australian, sort of.
No, yeah, that was Australian. No, it's more like, hey, bud, do you have a ticket for that?
Hey, bud, you got a ticket for that Bitcoin there?
What?
Yeah. What are you doing in that garage
off,
there,
eh,
bud?
hoser?
Yeah. You damn hoser.
Yeah,
what are you doing with that moose?
Take off, eh?
Yeah, take off, eh? This is a non-Bitcoin area. We're not allowed to farm some Bitcoin here in the garage, eh?
Would you like a donut, bud?
Well, why are you making all that noise around here, bud? We're just friendly Canadians here on the north. We're just no Mexicans. I do like this. Got the angel, the archangel up there. The man of God, the holy Bitcoin. Look at that. That guy's gonna smack him. Hey, you touching my poutine? You're gonna get a knuckle sandwich there, buddy.
I like the handlebar mustache. Look at that.
Also, I don't know. To me, like he's like gonna smack him, but then he's looking back at him. Was I a little too hard on him? Maybe I should let him suck my dick or something in the truck stop bathroom. I like this. I like this art. It's like almost what's her name? Ilsa, the she-wolf of the SS, right? It's got
Yeah.
George knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, they actually filmed that on Hogan's Heroes lot. It was amazing.
Trading card will be added for for each milestone of the $1,000 that is reached on this campaign, up to 9 in total. If we soar to greater heights, new stretch goals will be added. Here's a sneak peek at the art for 3 of the cards. I like this art right here. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Razum, the psychic spy. I don't think a chick with like knockers that big needs to be psychic. I will tell her whatever she wants to know. Just tie me up, and let's have a good old time. Then we got the Otomo and Omoto, the Tiger Twins. Look at that. And Mia de Usa, the Black Medusa. See, I like, a little bit of sexiness. It's not a disgusting comic, but it's got a little bit of a sex appeal to it.
I like his character designs.
Yeah. Especially like that spy lady. Yeah, guys, back Frederick. Give him a little love. Like I said, you got the digital versions, only $6.25. Why did I close this page? I shouldn't have closed it. I'm retarded. $6.25. You can get that digital version, and then $21 plus shipping. You get the print version, cover A, or B, or C. Your choice. You get all three for $50. And if you want some original art, $250, or $350, or $500. That's a lot of dim. But I think at the very least, guys,
That's a lot of francs.
I think the $6.25 is a good steal. If you're unsure, you're like me, you're not really a big physical collector, right? You've got a lot of room for all these extra comics. Shout out to Frederick. Hopefully he gets funded. We see more from Ratel. Look at that. We got one backer added. So we're $26 away, guys. We're halfway there. Should lean into that stylization more. Yeah. Now, what's this comic? It is Ratel, is the Bitcoin superhero. All right. Speaking of designs, George, have you seen these new designs coming out?
For?
So they got apparently they're inspired by Venom or something like that. So they got new costumes are coming out for several Marvel superheroes, and something else. So this is the Stormbreaker's new design for Spider-Woman. I mean,
that's a fail.
I don't like it. First,
this ain't it.
This is a terrible pose, right? Like,
this reminds me of the Olympic swim team that had swimsuits similar to this, where around the chest and the pelvis area, the suit was way too close to the skin color, to their skin color, and it looks like they were naked.
Yeah,
wasn't wrong with that.
Pretty much.
It's same concept here.
What's with the shoulders? And is that like a big flap in front of her tits? Or like, what the hell?
Jay Wu says titty's too small. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the way it's folded.
Is that a nipple on her shoulder?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, look at this.
Well, like her nipple's supposed to be like, maybe it is I don't know. You're like, because you got this, and they're different colors.
And you got above her outfit.
Yeah, then like right here, it's like her chest went forward. Like when I say her chest, like her chest and stomach have gone like forward, and then like her waist has gone in. So it's like makes this weird like indent. It's terrible. It's a terrible pose. It's a terrible design. The mask is okay. But it's almost like this is like a sexy Spider-Man mask you would find at like Halloween City, right? Like where you can vaguely know that it's Spider-Man, and then like your girlfriend just puts it on so she feels pretty at the costume party. The gloves are stupid. This ain't it. But this one is even worse. And this is Captain America. I have no idea what's going on with this collar.
What it is, it's a pilot jacket.
Yeah, but he's got no jacket. Where's the pilot jacket?
Where's the jacket? Yeah,
it's just the collar on his. I don't like this big star like going across his stomach.
That is weird.
Even the A is like it because you're looking at it in a weird angle, right? Like if he was looking at you straight forward, you wouldn't see the whole A because this is like on top of his head. right? Because he's kind of like leaned down a little, like looking forward.
This is why I'm gonna die on this hill. Like video game designers are way more professional when it comes to this shit.
Like the knee pads are stupid. No,
yeah.
Looks like a dead starfish on his chest. Yeah, it's too big.
Yeah, like Starro is there, stuck on his chest.
I mean, at least they left the shield alone. But yeah, I don't. He's still got the little ears, the eagle ears.
The jacket looks like the chainmail for some reason. Look at this.
Yeah, but that's what, it's hard to tell because like you got these gloves, and then this looks like it's like a jacket over, but is the jacket over another jacket? Is this part here that looks like scales? Is it a separate piece from the rest of it? Like, because this white part looks like a jacket that's underneath another jacket, right? Like the blue stuff is like a sleeveless jacket that he put over like a white jacket, but then it doesn't even look like it goes into the gloves right. Like it just looks all bunched up. He's like, you ever put like gloves on in winter with like a sweater, and then like the sweater gets all bunched up, right?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah. This ain't it.
This definitely ain't it. But this isn't even the worst one.
Entity. Oh boy.
This is Daredevil.
Oh no! What the hell's going on here?
Daredevil's a chick.
I like the mask. I know some people will be like, it's dumb. It has that like Asian ninja flair, right? The mask.
That's the one thing they got.
I don't like all this. This is like more for Bullseye. If he was like blue with like white, like this is like a Bullseye aesthetic. Like what is this? He's got the little DD on his jacket. And everyone's got like an extra jacket on, so he's got like this black bodysuit with weird red lines going through it.
I guess that's the trend now. Jackets on top of their own superhero outfit. We're back in the 90s.
Yeah, but you know what's here's what's dumb. Okay, so you see this line here, this line and these two lines, right? It's supposed to be like a spiral that's spiraling out, right? Except this leg is up. So like when his leg is normal, this is gonna like go down, and this like it's not gonna make the pattern it's making right now, right? Like
no.
So, I have a feeling like this red lines are not actually on the costume. It's just for like the cover, whatever, to be fancy. Because if it's like that on the costume, that's retarded. Also, the jacket is unnecessary. Now you just got like places for the bad guys to hold you and grab you. Is he gonna take the jacket off? It's got spikes on it. So like,
I don't know why. It looks like Gwen Stacy grabbed hold of this outfit. I mean, she's the one posing over here, not Matt Murdock.
No, look. According to this, it does have the lines, and the whole thing.
Oh, this is like Havoc. This is like Havoc. His Havoc powers.
Yeah, but it was just in the center. It wasn't like the entire costume. He had a black costume with a white circle in the middle. Is that a chick or a dude? I think it's supposed to be a dude. I don't think they've changed Matt Murdock's gender.
That's chick.
Now, this one I like. I think this is badass. It's very, it's got the big cape, the hood, the white and the black.
Yeah, what's Batman?
I mean, it's Moon Knight, so it's it's pretty much Batman anyway.
I'd complain about the flap, but he's Egyptian. That's their thing. So
it's to hide his very long penis. Like if he didn't, like his penis would be hanging, and you'd see it. So he's got to put that flap. Though it is like it looks good, but like in practice, it'd probably be really stupid because it'd be like flapping everywhere and getting caught as he's like jumping from roof to roof and shit.
Yeah, jump from roof to roof. Ah, shit! I got stuck. I got my dick stuck in the fence again.
Yeah, I'm saying like, what is this? Like, he jumps and like it like latches eyes. Like fuck, he's just hanging by the end of like a fire escape. He's on the phone with like Hawkeye. He's like, hey, could you get me? Yeah, fire escape again. Fucking costume got caught. But other than that, I think it looks good. Get rid of this, and I think it would be a solid costume. Too much black. What? Look at Black Widow. Look
What
at her.
the? I didn't even recognize her.
I mean,
Oh,
they
it's
drew it
Poison
in
Ivy
this
for a
weird. Yeah, they drew it in this weird, like manga-ish style. But so she has a jacket with like a hood. It's like a onesie. She has like a onesie.
Yeah.
But then underneath is like a black thing. But then she has this like weird
There's
cleavage.
a tiny boob window for some reason.
Yeah, well, you can't see it because it's so small for you guys. But like there is a line right here, like hinting that there's cleavage. She's got like a weird boob window of an hourglass and then the cleavage. And she got a belt and then another belt. And then like this just looks stupid. This just looks like regular clothes, right? It doesn't look like a superhero costume. If I was like, hey guys, isn't this a great superhero costume? You guys would be like, no, this just looks like normal people clothes.
Again,
like,
you
yeah.
give this to Marvel rivals and they'll give you a solid design. I'm just saying.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Look at this. Johnny Storm, and he's got like
what the? He has the
leather
gladiator
belt.
Hulk
Yeah.
shoulder pad. What the hell's going on here? It's just like World War Hulk somehow.
Yeah. Also, now his hair is on fire. I like the way they're doing the face now. Like you can see his face, and then the hair is an orange instead of red. So it's like
that's a
you can
nice
see his
touch.
body more.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he doesn't need like Johnny Storm is made of fire. He doesn't need like body armor and stuff on. Like it's weird. Like he's got like a shoulder pad and he's got like fucking belts going across his chest. And it looks like he has rags on his wrist. It's just very unnecessary.
Evil Bill Gates, I think he's trolling, but legitimately, I think they should because they're into that haute couture shit. Like, it's very contemporary. They should. That would be a nice experiment. But whatever we're looking at ain't it either.
If you change the color of that fire, the whole color scheme there, to blue, you wouldn't. It would be the blue shift.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It is Snowflame. Oh no. J-Woo.
Look at this shit. Look at this gay fucking Wolverine.
Heterosexual Wolverine.
Oh, this is Samurai Wolverine.
Wow.
No, that's not Samurai. Look at this.
That's
It's
70s disco Wolverine.
Yeah, it's like disco fucking deep cut. And it's puffed up, so it's not even like on his arm. So he's got these huge shoulder pads, and then like
They really like
deep
these
cut.
shoulder pads for some reason.
And he's got gloves on, so so I guess you don't have to draw the
Got the
claws coming out of his
dishwasher
fist.
gloves.
I do like the big knee flaps they got. Like that's old school, where you had like
Yeah,
the
that's
big
the
knee
OG.
flaps.
Yeah.
But also, like, he's too much like a tiger. Wolverine is not a tiger. He shouldn't have like tiger stripes, right?
Right.
Flaps everywhere. Yeah. Shoulder pads and flaps. That's all we're seeing right now.
It's terrible. I think that's it. No, wait, there's one more.
Oh.
The worst one. I forgot.
The worst is even worse than what we saw? God damn.
Ghost Rider, guys. Look at Ghost Rider.
Ugh.
Oh no, look at this.
This is
That's awful.
he's got a weird chain design on his jacket. It just looks like a regular like
Racer outfit. Wow.
yeah. Like a little checker pattern. Huge gloves. What is that? Huge gloves have? Yeah. The huge gloves are stupid. And then for some reason, his chain looks really small. Right? Like, his chain doesn't look big enough. Like, I could swear it was like a bigger chain.
Sleep too. Look at this.
Yeah. Then this, like he puts up the fucking collar. He pops his collar. He's one of those fucking 80s villains. One of those fucking yuppies. Pop collar. So you can barely see his skull hanging in there. This ain't it. Even the fucking motorcycle looks stupid.
Yeah.
That's a motorcycle. That's a what do you call those things? A moped or something like that?
Yeah, it almost does because it's look how small it is.
Yeah.
Like it's super tiny in the back. And even the wheels look really tiny.
Yeah, it's one of those
it's a fucking Vespa. Ghost, he's an Italian Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a Ducati.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that Italian guy they had in
Mamma mia.
What's up?
He's not there anymore.
What's up, Plush? He says, "Oh, hail, CG's chosen."
Hail. Volcano Rosso.
Trench coat or a poncho. No, I mean the leather jacket look from the Danny Ketch era was fine. This is not it. It's terrible.
Terrible.
I don't know what Marvel's thinking. Terrible designs. You know who has a good design for his comics? That's right, Literature Devil. Literature Devil's got his new comic out, guys. Lady Midnight, Devils Dwell in Silent Springs, black and white. Every debt desires blood. Let's take a look at this campaign.
It began with the...
Hold on. You don't have to start talking yet. Let me make the video bigger.
It began with the suicide of Charles Blackwell. Then the Rhineswan family massacre. 3 generations painfully passing from this world, crying the same crimson tears Blackwell had. After that, the media finally gave their murderer a name. The Red Cross.
I will say I've noticed a lot of these campaigns are using the AI to animate their comic panels. I don't know how I feel about that. Some of it looks good, and then sometimes it doesn't. Right?
Yeah, it's hit or miss.
Fire killer.
Like it changed this. I think it's supposed to say lift out, but it's got like extra letters and stuff now. I don't even know. What was it supposed to say there?
Finally gave their murder.
I don't think maybe there was nothing there and it just invented something there.
Yep, filled in the blanks.
That's possible.
The Red Crier Killer.
The lantern moved from one arm to the next. See?
Well, evil can be conquered. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark, I'll lead you home. If your heart is gripped by fear, I'll comfort you. If justice eludes you, I'll find it. So sleep well, Orb City.
So far.
And while you dream, I'll keep the monsters away.
Lady Midnight. So it's like Sherlock Holmes, but like monster hunting. In Orb City, every shadow hides a secret, and every secret bleeds. Yeah. Put it in the chat. Now, I really need to tell the mods what I'm going to be talking about, so they have the links ready. I didn't give anyone the heads up on anything.
No, you did not.
Lady Midnight story says, Midnight spent years as a vengeful witch seeking the blood of those who slaughtered her coven. However, a hero convinced her to walk the path of salvation. And the Blackwell family, the city's unofficial guardians against the occult and profane, thought her skills were better utilized protecting rather than terrorizing Orb City. But when the patriarch of the Blackwells jumps to his death and their greatest allies are wiped out in a single night, Midnight is tasked with hunting down the mysterious Red Crier killer and uncovering a revenge plot decades in the making, before the family who gave her a second chance falls prey to a deadly curse. Lady Midnight, Literature Devil's latest story in graphic novel form, a comic tome at 54 pages of incredible art by Axe.
Nick Axe.
Okay.
Why didn't he add the Nick there? Oh well. We just know him as Axe then.
Let me see. There's no team page? There we go. Team page. I'm guessing is the editor. We got Nick Axe, the artist, and of course Eric Weathers, the letterer, and S.A. Rivera, Lit Devil's the writer. I like that page. That looks nice. It's like a Frankenstein.
Yeah. Lots of Bruce Timm vibes here.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing in the original, and then like the AI added a bunch of shit in there. A murdered family. I mean, it sounds interesting, intriguing. Luke Devil is a good writer. I've read his Dr. Alpha comics. Stretch goals, 35,000. Add in the original 10-page Lady Midnight comic that started it all. 50,000. Developing the world of Lady Midnight commentary. I don't know what that means. 65,000. Detectives companion notebook. 75,000. A new art with hidden clue from Lady Midnight #2. And at 100,000, you get a prequel story following Midnight's first official case as detective, Midnight Hour. Also, there's apparently a hardcover edition. Look at that.
Oh, that looks nice.
That's pretty sick.
Some Lovecraft going on there.
Extras and behind the scenes, free to all backers. Nick Axe, the artist of Lady Midnight, is giving free VIP access. I don't know what that means. But it's video free. Commentary and art streams, blogs, sketchbook, production journal.
Yeah, it's free.
And much
VIP
more.
Access. Yeah, you know.
Does he have a YouTube channel or something where he's like doing these? I don't know everybody and everything that they do at all times.
It's free VIP access. You have to buy the VIP access to get this free stuff.
No, it's free to all backers, George.
Are you sure?
It says free to all backers.
I thought you said free VIP access.
No, I said free to all backers, and then it said giving free VIP access. Yes.
There.
So, okay, I don't know. If Nick Axe has a channel and his channel has VIP access for $10, he's saying that if you back the comic, then he'll give you the VIP access to whatever it is he's doing for free as a bonus. Comprende? It's like if I gave you a membership. If I said, hey, if you back this comic, I'll give you a free membership to my channel.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
There's a transaction there. So is it really free?
To backers, George.
Just say yes, George, and let's move on.
Input your backer number and get free access to all the VIP extras and behind the scenes at nickaxe.com/midnight. So there you go. Fucking George.
We need free poutine with this. Yeah.
It's 54-page, perfect bound, black and white, supernatural noir comic that drags you into neon-lit back streets of Orb City. So you got $20, $120. Go all in. Digital copy for $20. Graphic novel for $25. Signed copy and pinup for $35. The hardcovers signed plus pinup for $50. There you go. Looks good. Like I said, I've read Lit Devil comics. He's a good writer. I have faith that this is going to be a good story. Right now, he's at 28 backers. He's got 60 days left to go.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I thought you said free poutine. Remember, he's autistic. So speaking of dicks, detectives, man, have I got a Batman rabbit hole for y'all. Well, hit us up with it. Let us know what's going on, man.
Might be content for tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, I know there was some controversy with a Batman. That blind bags or something.
Absolute Batman.
No, the blind bag. But I didn't really get it. Understand? You know, now that George is here, maybe George could help us because George is smarter than me when it comes to this stuff. Have you heard anything about this, George?
What, dime bag Batman?
No, not dime bags, George. We're not selling drugs. I said blind bags.
You got to give me more. I mean, that's just words.
Batman blind bags causes ugly controversy in the collector community. Says Batman has a brand new relaunched ongoing series, and while the series itself is getting great notices, the special Blind as a Bat variant cover system that is part of the new series launch is not getting the same positive feedback, as some comic book retailers are taking issue with the lack of clarity when it comes to when retailers can open the bags and sell the variants, and the lack of enforcement from the distribution side of things when it comes to preventing what other retailers see as a breach of release date protocol.
Oh, yeah. I know about this. All right, so they decide to put the Batman comic in sealed plastic bags, just like they did the Superman way back in the 90s when he died, kind of thing, and Spider-Man, right after 9/11, where they put it black and they sealed up the book, so you don't even know what's going on in the book. And,
okay,
but here's the thing.
No, so stop, George, stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so I read this article, and this is why I didn't understand, George, because I understood it the way you just explained it, right? That the comics came in bags, and you don't know what's in there, and there's a chance to get a variant cover, right?
Well, no. It's okay. Continue.
So they're not coming in blind bags.
No, see, what they're going to be doing is.
Did George leave?
What the?
I was wondering what happened.
I'm like sitting there waiting. Yeah, I think he did that on purpose. That asshole.
Yeah. All right, let's read. Let's figure it out on our own, I guess.
Because it sounded to me like it was like they would put them in blind bags, and then the retailers would put the blind bags out on the shelf, right? But then, as I further read the article, they're talking about like the retailers opening up the blind bags and selling the variants. But then, like, that would defeat the purpose of putting them in blind bags, right?
Yeah.
Unless the blind bags for the retailer, like, ha, retailer, you don't know what you got. You might got 6 variants, you might got 1. Like, why would the retailer? They're not gambling. They just want, like, you know what I mean? They just want to be like, oh, we bought 200 and we're gonna get like 4 variants for every 200 we buy or something, right? Because some retailers, particularly retailers that center their business on an online sales model, as opposed to comic book stores that are centered on a brick and mortar sales model that involves in-person comic book sales to customers, have been opening the sealed blind as a bat variant covers and then selling them ahead of the September 3rd on sale date. And the whole thing has become an issue in the world of collectors, which is especially problematic since more and more blind bag variants are set to be released by DC, Marvel, and other comic book companies. See, where they said opening the bags. So, like, are the retailers opening the bags and looking for the good ones and then selling the good ones at a markup, right?
That's what it sounds like.
It says blind bags have been around in the world of collecting for many years now. It's another term for mystery bag. In other words, it is something sealed where you don't know what you're getting until you open it. They've become very popular in the world of collecting, especially in the world of live stream sales, where a retailer will open the blind bags live on air and people can see what they get. It's similar to online streaming videos that show someone breaking a box of collectible cards, opening all the packs. Viewers want to see what the person will get in the sealed packs. It says the retailer then used the attention of the audience to then sell what they got when they opened their packs. Blind bags have been common for years, and now comic book publishers are getting into them, with Robert Kirkman's Battle Beats #1 being the first major comic book released with blind bag variants, where you don't know what the cover of the comic will be before you open it. And there are all sorts of rare covers mixed into the run. Here, the $10 Batman Blind as a Bat bags all have foil versions of variant covers from Batman #1. Only some of them are rare versions, like a 1 in 500 variant or a 1 in 1,000 variant. Here's a David Aja foil variant from an open blind bag. Okay, so what's the problem then? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the issue, right? Yeah. Shop's doing shop things. News at Shady. What? There are 2 major concerns with these blind as a bat variant covers. The first is that some comic book stores, including some brick and mortar stores, are just putting the books on their sales rack as soon as they receive them. DC comic books are typically released to retailers the week before they go on sale, which is a violation of the on-sale protocol, where you're supposed to wait for the official release date to sell books in your store. In the old days, when comic books were almost all distributed by Diamond, Diamond would actually enforce these deals, these dates, with mystery shoppers would test whether a store would sell a book early, and if they did, stores could be penalized. That's the obvious one. The less obvious one is stores opening up the blind bags and selling them online before September 3rd. obviously, you are allowed to pre-sell comic books before the release date, so long as the customer doesn't get the books before the release date. However, what you are selling is the mystery of what is inside the blind bag. Opening the blind bags and selling them before the release date is a gray area that no one in the collecting community can really agree on. I think that defeats the purpose. Like, isn't it like Schrodinger's comic book, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what's in there.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it could be worth a lot of money. It could be worth a little bit of money. It's in a blind bag. Until you open it, you don't know what it's worth, right? And so, like I don't know if you guys are into collecting cards, but like certain cards are really rare, like say Magic cards, right? So if you have a pack of cards that is from that era, right? Like the potential to have one of those rare cards in there means that an unopened, a sealed pack is worth more money, right, than a open pack, obviously. So these blind bags, if you don't open them, it would be worth more money than the lesser ones, right? But if the stores are opening them up, like you can't even, so you're not even getting like the unsealed one. You're always going to get an open one because they're looking for the good ones, right? The shops are looking for the good version, so you're going to get an opened shit version,
right?
See, that's the problem. Yeah.
Publishers trying to scam shops. This only hurts the shops and having overstock $1 books. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're going to have a whole bunch of shitty books, and those are the only ones that are going to be you're going to be able to buy. And then part of it too is you're supposed to be able to buy these blind bags. From my understanding, right? Let's say the comic is $10. The super rare variant's worth $100, right? So you're gambling your $10 to make $90 on the transaction, right? But if they're opening it and saying, "Hey, I got a rare one. It's going to cost you $70, right?" They're obviously not going to charge you $10 because they know it's the fucking rare one, right? So again, doesn't that defeats the whole purpose?
Yeah, they should stay sealed.
So really, what a lot of collectors and retailers want is just some clarity on what the rules are for these blind bags. Well, you're just supposed to sell them in the bags. I mean, just like any other comic book. You guys the retailers just want to scam the system. That's what it is. It says, can 100%. You open them up and sell the variants you get before the release date if the customer doesn't receive them until after the release date? No, you shouldn't open them up at all. They're supposed to be in blind bags, right?
That is the point.
Like, to me, now it just sounds like, even if I went in there and they were all sealed, it just sounds like that the retailers could have a way, right? Like we've seen with like foil cards, they have like these scanners that you can put on packs of like Pokemon cards, and they'll tell you like, oh, that's got a foil variant because it, the magnetic signature bouncing off of that pack of cards is slightly different than one without a foil card, right? So I mean, they could be doing something like that, and then again, all the ones on the shelf that you're like, oh, I have a chance, I have a 1 in 500 chance to get a variant. But actually, you don't have any chance because they took all the variants out, right? So
yeah, it's secondhand at this point. True.
Yeah. There's another good point. If the retailer opened up and sells the one of 1.5K variant before the rest release, then the entire stock is worthless. Yeah. As more and more blind bag comic book variants are released, this would be important questions to be answered in the collecting community. I thought it was just common sense. If you get something that's sealed, it stays sealed, and then you sell it as is, right? But it sounds to me like the retailers are just trying to make extra money because they're like, hey, I can make $600 off of the 1 in 5,000 variant versus just selling them all regular, right? Like the amount of merchandise I have to sell to make the 6,000 off the collector's edition. Sounds retarded.
I just want to scam the system.
What's up, Stray Beans? All right. You know what's not scamming the system? King Crypted, number 10 through 13, and Blood Moon graphic novel. Have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Pizza Medi? Have you heard of Pizza Medi?
Pizza Medi.
I'm going to open up a shop called Pizza Medi's. The best pizza in town. Pizza Medi's. Hey,
oh, you know what? I know where to sneak that in.
Right now, he's only got one backer. But guys, you can get the entire everything in the Blood Realms, 18 issues, and King Cryptid, 13 issues, plus the Blood Moon graphic novel. Look at that, $105. It's like an omnibus, subscription omnibus.
Well, it's a real
all
omnibus.
Things King Cryptid, right? I think King Cryptid looks pretty dope. I've always been interested, and now that they got this, I might just get this 105 because it's all the King Cryptid comics. Yeah, you get everything King Cryptid, and then everything in the Blood Realm. So there's 2 comic series, Blood Realm and King Cryptid, and then I guess they're meeting in this new graphic novel. It's like a crossover between the 2 properties, right? No, this is rare. About King Cryptid, this episodic ongoing monster and mystery series follows New England's supernatural hero, King Cryptid. Every issue has a complete story and is part of a larger continuity. Printed in classic style with glossy covers and newsprint interiors. Created, written, lettered, and designed by Peter Simeti. Issues 10 through 13 features the art of Keir Covington, Alex Jovic, Bill Moss, and Christian Rossi, respectively. Each issue also features a flip cover style back cover. And it says, about Blood Moon. In this crossover graphic novel, King Cryptid meets Chiron Morvel from the Blood Realm series, leader of the Iron Wolves and one of the last bastions of good on the brutal land of Mahordran. This in-continuity crossover takes place after Blood Realms number 18 and King Cryptid number 9. While this is a crossover, Blood Moon will provide great introduction for readers that are new to the characters and worlds featured in the story. If you're already reading Blood Realm and or King Cryptid, the added context will provide even more depth to the story. No matter what, there will be a long-lasting impact on both titles as a result of the crossover. Nothing is being reset, rebooted, or retconned, and no punches are being pulled. Like I said, I like the art. It looks, it's got that old newspaper print. I like that look. For my money, the colors on newsprint just look like what a comic book's supposed to look. Like when they went to glossy paper, it just didn't look right. Like there's something about like that yellowy edge, right? It's not white. It's got that weird yellowy look. And then you got all that, the color just like seeped into the, I don't know. So there you go. We got King Cryptid. Look at this. Look at this art. This is good art. I like this art. Have you read any King Cryptid, Toy?
No, I haven't. Just because it, like you were saying, it's there's so many editions out there. Where do you jump in? But with that collection, that might be the way to go.
There's your answer. Yeah.
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 Looks nice. Like I said, I like the art. I like the storytelling and the panels and the sequencing. It's not overly complicated, right? Like look at the panel layouts and everything. It's not like super overly complicated panel layouts, right? It's very simple.
It's very classic.
Yeah, I like that. That's how we got ours. It's a very classic look. Like we're not trying to reinvent the wheel, and it looks like Pete's not trying to reinvent the wheel either, right? I like that cover. What is that? He's fighting the Yeti. King Cryptid versus the Yeti. What is King Cryptid? I always see it. I like. Is it a Bigfoot? It's obviously not a Yeti, right? It's like a brand new invention. We got to get Pete on here one of these days to ask him.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks good. Looks good. I like that nice, clean cover. Yeah, well, guys, get yourself some King Cryptid. Go support Pete. TJ's taking off. He says you got to take a piss. TJ, in the middle of a stream, you got to hold it. Don't be a quartering. Right?
Oh, Jeremy. With his code Browns.
Yeah. I still can't believe that, he just publicly tells people about that shit. Really weird.
Literally about his shit.
Well, he's trying to reinvent the old style wheel. He's trying to bring back the.
His art style reminds me of Greg Capullo.
A man called Plush says, "Man, let me tell you, went to eBay, got some '90s Shadow Comics. Newsprint smells so good.
Hell yeah!
There's something about cracking open one of those old comics and get that newsprint smell.
Hell yeah!
It's like new comic smell. We got to do that, TJ. We got to figure out what that smell is, and then like just add like a little like like those car
the scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
No, not scratch and sniff. No, just like a little fucking what the hell do they call those things? Damn it! They hang them from the rear view mirrors of the cars, and that's gonna be a real simple word. Yeah, air freshener. Why couldn't I fucking think of that?
Yeah, air freshener.
Yeah, it's gonna be like shaped like a fucking pine tree. You know how they're all shaped like fucking pine trees. But it's gonna be like
new comics.
New comics.
That'd be great.
You know what's
how many of those you can sell like at Comic-Con?
Hopefully a lot. Antarctic Press, Kororo Press, and Class Comics hit by new U.S. tariffs. It looks like there's more trouble for our good friend Welfare Larry. Antarctic Press, Kororo Press, and Class Comics amongst those comic publishers who have been hit by new U.S. taxes and tariffs. It says last week, the U.S. announced the implementation of new tariffs, taxes, and fees for imported goods and the removal of the de minimis exemption that enabled smaller individuals imported items into the country under $800 without taxing the person receiving the goods. And even though the taxes aren't meant to be on printed goods, such as comic books, the bureaucracy, whether state or private, doesn't always seem to either know or accommodate that. The impact has been felt first as postal services around the world remove their U.S. posting services due to the lack of confidence or clarity over what would get charged what. Ben Dunn, founder of San Antonio-based publisher Antarctic Press, posted to Facebook. He says, well, I hope everyone have a safe and good Labor Day. I spent a mine, laboring. These comics don't draw themselves, you know. However, something did come up that may cause some trepidation. AP, Antarctic Press, has been able to keep costs an item affordable for a long time because we do a lot of stuff overseas. That has now changed. We are being hit with a huge tariffs and custom charges with items we manufacture overseas, and it has become nearly unsustainable. We tell Welfare Larry, we can no longer buy your shitty abortion comic. We cannot afford to have it sent from Canada. Yeah, sorry, very sorry, Larry. It says, I don't understand this. I get it for larger corporations who cannot take a hit, but it is devastating to small businesses like ours. There are a lot of things we do that either cannot be made here domestically or are too costly. We may have to make some difficult decisions, and all are not really, really good. But if we are able to remain in a business, we may have to make them. The main thing is to respect our customer base and keep them our main focus. Comics is our primary mission, and I will keep them going in one way or another. If the current administration really want to help, it should exempt any business making a 1 million or less from tariffs, or at least reduce the tariffs. Just the same. I love how we just put that at the end. Just saying.
Yeah, just saying. It is slide lice, you prick.
So he's saying any business that makes less than $1 million, right? So all of the AP books, right? Like AP is a known publisher. Everyone knows them. Larry's always bragging about it. Like, so in totality, the entire company, makes less than $1 million.
Damn.
Oh shit, he's got more. We're writing to you today with an update that, frankly, is as frustrating for us to write as it will be for you to read. We have been holding off on contacting you until we had clear information about the recent changes to U.S. customs duties and taxes. The truth is, clarity is in short supply. What we do know is that as of August 29th, the Trump administration has entirely removed the longstanding de minimis rule that allowed for duty-free imports on packages under $800. This has created a chaotic situation for everyone involved in international shipping. Crucially, there is no reliable table of charges available. The fees are unpredictable, seems to vary based on what the product is and even which state it's going to, and have thrown the entire shipping industry into disarray. We primarily use Royal Mail for its affordability. They have suspended all service to the U.S. until they can build a new system to handle these charges. They have not yet resumed service. When Royal Mail returns, they will only offer a service where we, the sender, are billed the unknown duties and taxes by the U.S. government 30 days after delivery. We would then have to pass this surprise cost on to you, which is a terrible experience for everyone involved. Other couriers, like DHL, FedEx, are shipping, but they require the customer to pay the unpredictable fees directly before the package is delivered. This means you could be hit with an unknown bill after placing your order. Canadian comic book publisher Class Comics has stated. No, that was someone else. Who was that? That was Cororo Press. That second statement. So this is Class Comics. Apparently, Class Comics has a shirtless guy with his nipples out. Could you imagine? Like you're ordering comic books, right? Like you're ordering comics, and then this is what you get in your email, like shirtless nipple guy. This important notice, like fuck, what is this? Like, I can't open this email at work.
Super killer over here. Look at this.
Yeah. It says, unfortunately, we have to temporarily suspend shipping physical comics to the United States. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. This is due to recent changes in the U.S. customs regulations regarding international shipments. These changes have created uncertainty around potential import fees and tariffs on packages coming from Canada, even for products that should be duty-free under the USMCA guidelines. At this time, we cannot guarantee that your order will not be subject to significant and unexpected fees upon delivery. We would never want you to face a large charge for a small comic book order. We will resume shipping to the U.S. as soon as we receive clear guidance on these new rules and are certain that your purchases will arrive without extra charges. Fortunately, you can enjoy our digital editions without having to pay a $200 fee. And here's from Liam's homeland of Australia. An Australian store, Aussie Collectibles, stated that, quote, as some of you no doubt have already heard, Australia Post has temporarily suspended shipments to the United States of America. Hey, remember when everyone said that Liam was lying about that? And he said that? He made a whole big stream about it and was talking about how to ship to the U.S.
That's true.
A man called Plush for $5 says, riddle me this. Who's more a copycat, Blue Shift or Batman?
Oh. The problem is Batman cribbed a lot of panels from the Shadow.
No, I don't think that's actually the real problem. The real problem is Batman exists and Blue Shift doesn't, right? Like, we don't actually know.
True.
Like the story could be completely different until the comic comes out and we read it. Like, it's just kind of in the air. Like, we know, like, everyone has analyzed every single instance of what Batman stole from the Shadow. And if this was like 40 years ago, I'd be like, oh, Batman. But Batman of today is so different from Batman of like when he launched, right?
Yeah, he evolved into something else entirely.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say like launch Batman is probably more of a copycat, and he's like pretty much the Shadow with a different costume. Current Batman, completely different. If that makes sense. But what do we got for you? Got to make sure it's PG. We got to make sure we got a PG one. Yeah, we don't want anything too outrageous.
I was a little bullet with soul. Everybody loves a soul bullet. You understand?
Tony, are you saying that the Commercerat of Truth and Love might be lying about Liam. Just might. If you sell a pallet to a customer, you aren't impacted by this charge. Yeah, you have to ship $800 worth of merchandise to not be hit with this charge.
Holy shit.
It says, due to ongoing and involving situation surrounding tariffs, as our largest shipping carrier, this unfortunately limits our ability to process orders for our American customers. Unfortunately, as a result, we regret to inform you that we have temporarily suspended all orders from customers with a U.S. address. We want to reassure our customers that we are deeply saddened to have to take this action, but that is regrettably outside of our control. We understand that this news may be disappointing and frustrating for many of our customers. Rest assured, we share your feelings and apologize sincerely for this inconvenience. We expect to see the situation evolving soon and hope to resume shipping to the U.S. as soon as possible. We will keep everyone updated. For any U.S. customer currently waiting on an order with us, please be advised we will hold your items in storage until shipping resumes unless you opt for a full refund. For those waiting on pre-orders, your order will tentatively proceed as normal. So that's kind of a fucked up situation, right?
Yeah.
I guess, man, if you had a small printing company, right now, like, this is Eric July's, like, why isn't he like rushing in and contacting all these like comic book companies outside the U.S. like, hey, Rubicon can handle all your needs. We got our own printer. If Eric had bought a printer, right, like a printing press, he could have been like printing everyone's comics in the U.S. and distributing them through Rubicon. Says no, it costs you in Australian the money with no recourse. It's already spent. This lot most the last week or two, it'll cost companies too much money if they don't figure it out. Yeah, it's terrible. Man Called Plush says, you know the philosophy of how Bruce is the mask and Batman is the true face. The Shadow is the Shadow. He abandoned his life as Kent Allard, and Lamont Cranston is the disguise. Yeah, he was like a bad guy, though. He was like a terrible person that went overseas and like was like shooting up opium and shit and stuff, right? And then he becomes the Shadow, and he adopts a new identity to like use his shadow abilities to fight crime or something. Yeah. You don't get a refund when people you never met go out of business. That's true. Yeah. So this is a terrible situation all around. I mean, we make fun of people, but obviously I don't want to see anyone not being able to ship their comics or packages, right? So it's bad. It's bad. All right. Let's chill. Speaking of comics, we got one more campaign to show, right? Flip City. Have you heard of Flip City magazine, guys? Well, if you haven't, they're the like right wing. I want to say cracked or Mad Magazine type thing. And in some of their issues, they do parodies of other properties. You know, Star Wars, Star Trek, MCU stuff. Well, right now, they're offering all the parodies. Flip City Magazine, the Parodies Special, 80 pages of savage satire in full color featuring parodies of The Walking Dead, Stranger Things, Star Trek, Rings of Power, The Mandalorian, and more. So it's take a look.
In a world where sequels and prequels and derivative slop rule the TV and movie landscape, one magazine dares to make fun of them all.
I like the artwork. Kind of looks like Frogman, by the way.
Zomber is illegal.
I remember when they did that in Doom Eternal. Oh, they're just mortally challenged, the demons. We welcome them all.
Yeah, it's The Walking Dead. Demand Demorian.
One bag control them. one mag to break their balls, and the ratings roll them.
Cosmic says it's going to age nicely. Yeah, that's the risk you take.
Yeah.
You know, good satire, good parody is one that will last beyond the current day, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's all dated references, then it's not great satire. But $17, free shipping in the U.S. The parodies print. America's boldest satire publication announces the release of its highly anticipated The Parodies Special Edition, an 80-page full-color comic extravaganza packed with irreverent takes on today's biggest TV and movie hits. Inspired by the legendary humor of Mad Magazine, this special volume delivers razor-sharp parodies of Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Rings of Power, The Mandalorian, and more, all crafted to skewer the establishment with unapologetic wit and featuring art by the brilliant Ben Sullivan and more. The Parody Special Edition kicks off Flip City Magazine's Volume 27, set for delivery in November 2025. I like the art. The art is real good. Lowered of the ratings. The ratings of Porter. Star Trek
retard. Let's go. That was perfect.
The Jerks of Joke Island. I don't know what this is supposed to be a parody of. Does anybody know?
The Jerks of Joke Island? I don't know.
Help us, chat.
Is it one of those dating shows, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you are not, like you have to be right on point.
Yeah.
Like the Real Housewives of such and such. Like, is it one of those type of things?
I don't know. You're asking the question. I keep going. I don't know. Like the House of the Alien, a song of spicy memes and firing. This is obviously a House of the Dragon parody.
Yeah.
Like I said, you could tell this is like Star Trek, Rings of Power, Stranger Things.
Oh, the Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah.
Is what
Oh, is that what that is?
Okay.
Like if it was the Curse of Jerk Island, then like it would have been easier to get, right?
Jerk Store.
The Walking Dead, plus so much more, including Snarky Ones of the Galaxy, Spudamon, Not Halloween Again, Demand More Again, Weirder and Even More. So back it now. Like I said, if you like these funny
Ones of the Galaxy, that one's on point.
Yeah, you like these little satirical things. $17 gets you a physical copy. $7 gets you a digital. I mean, you can't beat that with a stick. $7, 80 pages of Mad Magazine style parody. What do you think? You interested, guys? Is this something that we should all be backing? Or am I off base?
Hell yeah, dude. This is the shit I used to read.
That's cool. Plus free shipping.
Yeah.
I remember I used to, so at my local library, they used to have this thing. They probably had it at every library. I'm acting like it's just to only my library had this. But they would have like a contest, like a summer reading contest, and they would log in every book you read, and then you would go along this little like like a game board until you got to the end, and every time you reached the end, they would give you like a prize, right? And you could check out any book in the library, right? Because that's the rule is like, whatever books you check out in the library, you just have to read them. And then like they would ask you some questions to like make sure that you like, hey, tell me about the book, right? And so I gamed the system because I went in there and I would they had a bunch of Cracked and Mad Magazine books. So I would just go in there and buy those, get those, check them out, like 6. And within a day, you could read a whole bunch of these little like trade paperbacks of fucking, Mad or Cracked or whatever. And then what are they going to ask you? What questions could they ask you? There's like no deep, philosophical questions or themes. Oh, so what'd you read? I read 3 more Mad compilation packs. There's a whole bunch of jokes in there, boss. Hey, librarian, it's all funny jokes.
What else are you gonna tell them? What would they know about the books?
Yeah. So yeah,
What,
so
me
that
worry?
kind of humor is definitely up my alley. So Oak Island is a bunch of old rich dudes digging for buried Templar treasure. Oh. I see.
There you go.
All right, guys. I think that's it. We're circling that 2-hour mark, and I like to keep it around 2 hours, right? I think we did a nice, robust Urban Garlic show. I've been really big into DSP. I don't know if you know. I've been watching DSP channels. I think DSP gets a bad rap. I'm watching one of those like hater channels of DSP, and I'm interested in the videos, but at the end of it, I'm always going, I don't know, that DSP guy seems not so bad, right? Like you're trying to like sell me that he's this like horrible person for like asking for money for streaming, and I just go, nah, that seems normal, right? Like, just seems like he's panhandling.
A boomer, that's about him. Although he did some weird shit, but we don't talk about it.
I mean, getting caught jerking off. I mean, he didn't mean it. It wasn't like he did it on purpose.
True.
Who hasn't gone into Discord? Yeah, who hasn't gone into Discord and gooned together? Come on. We all do it.
Come on.
Because I remember all the jocks reading sports novels that were about as deep as a raindrop. Yeah. So don't forget, guys, we'll be back tomorrow with some drama. We might have a special guest, someone that people are demanding that we bring back. It's a former guest that we've had on the show, but people are demanding that he come back. And so we might bring this guy back. So there might be some extra spicy. Of course, we got to talk about the Schizo Sean being pickpocketed and harassed and stuff. So, guys, we're going to have a good show tomorrow. We had a good show today. We're going to have another good show tomorrow. We're going to have a good show every single time because that's the goal, is to make sure that you're entertained and that all your comic book needs are fulfilled. So, as always, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.